clicking off. But anyway, like I was saying, don't take positions where it's going to be like a life threatening situation. You know, if you're going to be crying and stuff and bitching, you know what I'm saying? Cuz see, I know not to take certain positions cuz you know, when I was in high school, I was like like, you know, cuz I thought about being a cop. And I was like, if I would have got into that, you know, I wouldn't have had no kids, okay? And it would have been a detective because I love solving stuff. I love solving crime scene, you know, crimes and stuff. You know, it's not hard for me to pick up on stuff like that. So I would have did that, and I know city cop, you know, because city cops, they do all the dirty work, and that, you know, that's not for me, you know. But I would have, you know, tried to be a detective, but I wouldn't have had no kids if I would have had, you know, got into that, because that position is risky. All right, so and I wouldn't be no old security guard where you know where you armed, because it's like, what's the point in being a security guard where you have your license to carry, and you know you might as well be a cop, you know, because cops pay more than security guards, okay? You know, so that's something I wouldn't get into, just like I wouldn't get into the medical field because I have a weak stomach and I can't tolerate looking at nasty stuff and smelling nasty stuff. So, you know, them patients would be like, what's wrong with her? Why she keep gagging and keep throwing up? Because I can't tolerate looking at nasty stuff and smelling nasty stuff, okay? And plus, it's a risk when you get into that field because you catching stuff that your patients got and bring them home to your husband, your wife, your kids, you know. And that's something that I ain't trying to do because I don't like being sick and I don't like catching stuff. So I wouldn't be no nurse. I wouldn't be no maybe a nutritionist. That's, you know, something that, because you're not being exposed, but anything where you're exposed to catching stuff, I would not do. I wouldn't even be no RN or nothing like that because I can't clean nobody but, you know, when they pee and poop and stuff, I don't have no stomach for that. And, you know, if I have to do it, it would be my parents, you know, because, you know, that's your parents. But doing that for a living, no. Oh, my God, I think you can see my gray. I got like 2 gray hairs on this side. I had them since I was in my 20s. You know, they stuck with me, the 2 little gray hairs, so they're long. But, yeah, so, you know, don't get into risky fields like that if you can't handle it, you know? Because some people get into nursing because it's easiest to pass. Like, it's other stuff you could go to school for. It don't have to be no nursing. Like, just like, few people tried to get me to do that. No, I would not go to school to be no nurse. Hell no. I'd rather go to school to get into something where I can run my own business, you know, because you're not you know, it's not a position where you over there gagging, puking up your lunch, you know, your dinner, looking at gross stuff. You know, you just selling, you know, your own products or whatever. You know, you running your own business. I'd rather do that. I'm not sitting over there, you know, like going to school where you gotta be cleaning people butts, being exposed to people that got contagious diseases and stuff like that. You know, viruses that if you come in contact, you can catch. Like, no, it's not even worth it, you know. And then if you go to school to be a teacher, you gotta make sure you go for a level where you ain't gotta deal with no rude, disrespectful students that's trying to put their hands on you. Because some of these students, they wasn't raised right. Maybe sitting over there disrespecting the teachers and stuff. Like, you know, like, because I'm like, ooh, I couldn't be no teacher because if I got to deal with them rude, disrespectful students and they try, you know, put their hands on me, like hitting me and stuff, I would beat them down like a grown-up, you know, beat you down like you one of my kids. Because I wouldn't even let my kids do that. Because my kids try to hit me, I'm going to beat them down like an adult. Okay, so that's a field I wouldn't get into. And then I probably beat the parents up. Like, you got your kids coming to school, you know, acting like they don't have no home training, and then they over there putting their hands on me. That's a field I couldn't get into. Heck no. Okay, so you just got, if you're not, you know, able to deal with certain stuff, you just gotta pick something that, you know, is not risky, you know, life threatening, and just work with that. Okay, but don't get into something because you like, oh yeah, this is easy money, you know, I could easily pass this class. Okay, nursing ain't that hard, let me get into that. And then when things get serious, you crying like, oh my god, I didn't sign up for this. Like, yes you did. Like, when you get into a medical field, you go to school to work in the medical field, you're going to be exposing your stuff to situations where you could catch something that can kill you. Okay, so you knew what you was getting into when you signed up to start your classes in that type of field. Okay, so don't be crying and say, oh, I ain't signed up for this. No, you knew what you was getting yourself into. Okay, because if you didn't want it to be exposed and stuff like that, then you would have never went to school for that. Okay, so people need to stop acting stupid. You stop acting stupid like they don't have no common sense, your brains. Okay, you knew what you was getting into when you signed up to take them classes. Okay, but yeah, so let me get up out here. I gotta hurry up and call these people. All right, y'all. Talk to you all another time.